Good afternoon, y'all. This is Ryan Jackson from Ryan Jackson LLC. Hope you all are doing good today. Hope you're having a good day. I'm gonna get into the topic for this video, and it's the Georgia Bulldogs. They defeated the Alabama Crimson Tide last night or yesterday evening up in Indianapolis, 33-19. Yep, they are the new national champions. First time since 1980, so 41 years. I think Vince Dooley, his name, was the coach at Georgia at that time. He was coach of the Bulldogs for 25 seasons from 1964 to 1988. And the last time they won the national championship was in 1980. And Vince Dooley, yeah, I think Vince Dooley, I think that's his name. I may be incorrect, but Dooley was the coach. And they had a famous running back by the name of Herschel Walker. Pretty sure many of you know who Herschel Walker is. Um, he's, politically, he's something else. I'll just put it like that. Herschel's something else. Everyone has a right to, to whatever political affiliation they want to be a part of, whether you're a Democrat or a Republican. And he's on the right, all the way on the right. He has some interesting things, kind of, make you wonder, make us a head scratcher, some of the stuff he be saying. But nevertheless, you know, um, he was on the Georgia Bulldogs roster when they won the um, the championship in 1980. And so yeah, it's been a long time coming. I'm happy Georgia won. Okay, I'm happy someone other than Alabama won. Am I thrilled? No. I mean, I'm a Michigan fan, and as y'all know, um, 11 days ago, yeah, Georgia defeated Michigan on New Year's Eve. They defeated Michigan. Was it? They beat them pretty bad. Was it 34-11, something like that? I know we had 11 points. I think it was 34-11, but yep, Georgia beat us. And right, they deserved it. We didn't show up to play that game. We had an excellent season, but that game I don't know. They was just extremely fast on defense. They defense, man, oh man, they was quick. Um, Stetson Bennett was making some incredible throws. It was crazy, but they defeated Michigan, and then they went on to the national championship and then defeated Alabama. So I'm happy that Alabama lost, but I'm not thrilled that Georgia won. I'm not hating on Georgia. Don't get me wrong. I don't want y'all to come after me. Well, you hating on Georgia? No, I'm not hating on Georgia. Nothing against Georgia. They had a they did an excellent job. They deserved it, no doubt about it. But I'm just sick of seeing SEC teams in there, and it's been three teams, three: Alabama, LSU, Georgia. This is Georgia's second time in a national championship game in the last 4 years. And yeah, granted, yeah, congratulations to the Bulldogs on winning. Congrats, they're the champions. Not hating on them at all. But I'm not thrilled because I would have loved to see my Michigan Wolverines win it, of course. Me being a avid Michigan fan. Hell, Cincinnati. Anybody. Well, no, not the Suckeyes, not Ohio. No, not them, not them, not them. I would rather see Alabama win than Ohio. But just the SEC, it was an all SEC championship game. And it's like, oh, okay, here we go. Love to see someone else, like a Big Ten team or even a Pac 12 team, anybody but the SEC. But I'm happy Alabama lost. Not thrilled that Georgia won, but hey, not hating on Georgia at all. You know, my, I salute the champs. They did their thing. Stetson Bennett came up big. The defense came up big, and congratulations to Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs. Like I said, I'm happy Alabama lost, but not thrilled that Georgia won. If you could understand what I'm saying, not hating on Georgia, but I'm just tired of the SEC. Their dominance is like, man, every year SEC, SEC, SEC. Would love to see a Big Ten a Big Ten team, take it home. Except Ohio, except them, except them. But in any event, yeah, Bryce Young was getting pressured. The Heisman Trophy winner, he was getting pressured most of the game. He lost his second, what was it? His second leading receiver. I think it was in the second quarter, with a knee injury. I mean, he was able to walk back on his own power, but he didn't return to the game. So that was a huge loss for Bama. Um, and their defense just wore down in the latter part of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter. Their defense was wore down. I thought when Stetson Bennett had got sacked and fumbled on on their own 15-yard line, on Georgia's 15-yard line. I think it was a 15-yard line. When he got sacked and fumbled, I thought that was going to be the turning point of the game. I just thought Alabama was going to come out, and that was just their momentum right there to steal the game. But nope, Georgia stood pat, and they persevered. And damn, Stetson Bennett made some incredible throws, man. I mean, that touchdown pass to put him up, what was that 41-yard? I think it was 40-some yard touchdown pass that he cut, that the receiver jumped in over the defender and caught. That was a hell of a catch, hell of a pass, and that put him up. And so, yeah, it's a good game. It was a very good game, very good game, and I enjoyed it. Just happy to Alabama. I'm glad Alabama lost. Yes, I am. But they're gonna be back in there next year. Bama's gonna be back there. Georgia, um, Michigan. I looked at the 2022 way too early preseason poll, and Alabama was number one. Ohio was number two, I believe. Georgia was number three. Who was number four? Texas A&M was number four, and Michigan was number five. Those were the top five. So it was Bama, uh, Ohio, Georgia, Texas A&M, and Michigan. Those five. So in the way too early poll, and Michigan State was number 10. I think it was Notre Dame was number 6. Utah was number 7. 8 and 9, I can't remember. I can't remember who 8 and 9 was. But I know Michigan State was number 10. So they had three Big Ten uh 10 teams in the Big Ten 10. I can't. Why am I struggling saying that? Big Ten teams in the top 10, three. Ohio, Michigan, and Michigan State. So okay, I'll go with that. Whatever. But it's probably accurate. That's probably be about right. Michigan losing David Ajabo, Aiden Hutchinson, Hassan Haskins, um, Vincent Gray. On Hassan Haskins on offense, running back, and then Aiden Hutchinson, Ajabo, um, Vincent Gray. On defense, three top three top defensive players. So it's going to be a little tough to replace them, but I think Mike McDonald is up to the challenge, and that's part of attrition. You you lose some, and you got to replace them. I mean, it's college football, the nature of the beast, and I just love college football more than I like the NFL because it's like these young men lay it out on the line. They actually playing for something. not just for pride for their school, but for national championship and, trying to increase their stock as they, go to the next level. Some of them will, and many of them won't, unfortunately. Which brings me to another point. I saw a photo of one of the Georgia players carrying Kirby Smart on his back after last night's victory. Found that to be interesting. And Dr. Boyce Watkins, a man who I have, immense respect and love for. I've been following him for 6.5 years now. He put on his Instagram post and he tweeted this, a picture of Kirby Smart being carried on the back of one of his players, and he put the words "Black labor, white wealth." It's on his Instagram post and on his Twitter, on his Twitter account. And I found that to be, I mean, that just sums it up right there. Black labor, white wealth. The young men, many of whom are black, uh, Georgia, Georgia players, Alabama players, a majority of them are black. And I've been saying, me and my father used to always have this conversation going back to the 90s about college athletes being paid because they make these schools money, billions of dollars, billions with a B. The coaches get these multi-million dollar contracts because of these players, these black players who come from the hood, from many of them from single family homes. And so playing football and basketball is their way out of their situation. It's their ticket out for many of them. Some of them will make it, many will not. The margin of success going from college to the pros is small, very minuscule. Like I said, you competing with thousands of young men for what? A job that has they have 500 openings maybe, with thousands across the country for that ticket. Not all of them will make it, sadly enough. Not all of them will make it. And they're playing for them, not only for themselves, but for their community, for their families. It's like they're the ticket out. I hate to say this, but many of them, they're the first ones to go to college. Not all, not all, not all. Don't get me wrong. Not all of them are the first ones to go to college, but many of them are. Far too many of them are the first ones to go to college. They're the first ones to be a success story for the family. So they family hang their high hopes on them, hoping they would make it out. They'd be the first to make it out. And the family, and then carrying their family to a better situation. There's plenty of situations like this, and it's been this way for decades. You think of Isaiah Thomas, um, Magic Johnson, um, Draymond Green, um, Bo Jackson, Herschel Walker, plenty. Andre Ware, going back to the late '80s, early '90s. Steve Air McNair, rest his soul. A lot of these players, a lot of them, come from humbling beginnings, poor humbling beginnings. And what kills me, and I've had this argument time and time again, it kills me that people, well, they're going to school to get an education. That's what they're there for. Yes, this is true. And I'm all for that. They should get the education. But they're playing something, these are professional athletes. If you think about it, they're amateur professionals. If I could make sense of this. Because if they're there to get an education, and it's an institution of higher learning. Why the hell are these coaches getting multi-million dollar contracts to coach student athletes? Why are they getting multi-million dollar contracts? Your Coach K down at Duke, your Nick Sabans, your Kirby Smarts, your Ryan Days at Ohio, your Tom Izzo at Michigan State. Why? Why? Hold on one second. Plug my computer in. Why is that? Here we go. Why is that? Why? If you already haven't, smash that like button down, hit the like button. Feel free to drop your comments and subscribe to the channel. Please, I need the love and support, and it'd be greatly appreciated. So smash that like button down if you already have it. Appreciate it. But yeah, but why are these coaches, your Nick Sabans, Kirby Smarts, Jimbo Fisher down at Texas A&M, then you got Coach K down at Duke, and in college basketball world, you got Coach K, you got Tom Izzo, Jawan Howard at Michigan, Jay Wright at Villanova. Why? Why? So it's okay for the coaches, these white men, most of them, these white men, the majority of them, it's okay for them to get these multi-million dollar contracts, but the players can't get a piece of the action. I don't go for that. I don't go for that. I think it's BS. And not only that, we're not even mentioning the athletic directors at these universities. These ADs are making a killing, a killing. The NCAA is all about the dollars, baby. It's all about the green. It's a billion-dollar industry. Why you think college coaches are getting more? College football coaches, particularly, are getting more than NFL coaches. Mel Tucker just got inked to a 95 million deal for 10 years. 9.5 million for 10 years. Same with James Franklin. I think he got the same thing at Penn State. And then who's the coach that went to USC from Oklahoma? Oh, his name was just in my head. Oh my God. Lincoln Riley. Lincoln Riley, another one. I'm not hating on Mel Tucker. Brother, get your money. Jim Harbaugh is going to sign a new deal. Jim Harbaugh is going to sign it. I believe it's not official, but with the season that Michigan just had, why wouldn't they sign him to a bigger contract? And rightfully so. But if it's okay for the coaches to get you know, to get all this money, why isn't it okay for the players? They're the ones doing the labor. They're the ones missing class. Let's get it. Let's not get it twisted. Let's be 100. They're athletes first, students second, and sometimes not even students. They're just athletes. They say student athletes to be PC, but let's be 100. They're athlete students. Athletes first, students later. That's what it is. Or sometimes just athletes because they're not in school to go to class. And it's sad because I think it should be education first and then athletics later. A black man, in order to make it in this world, he needs his education because not all of these young men are going to make it in the NFL or the NBA. They're not going to make it there. Let's be real about this. Let's keep it 100. They're not. God bless them. but a lot of them are not going to make it to the next level. The openings for the NFL and the NBA is very, very small. It's a lot of you have thousands upon thousands of young men competing for these jobs, competing for jobs, and to get into a market that's small. It's a small fishbowl, and you got thousands and thousands competing to get in. Thousands. God forbid they get hurt in college, and that's the end of all their dreams. What do they have to fall back on? This is why it's important for our young people to learn how to start a business, how to create wealth at a young age. Dr. Boyce Watkins says this a lot, and the Nation of Islam has said it for decades. I'm on board with it. Black, our young people need to start learning how to create wealth, start businesses when they're in grade school. Teach them in grade school. They should start their own business in middle school. By high school, they're already set. By college, yeah, go to college, get your degree, get that education. But you have created wealth. You could start your own business. You created wealth for yourself. Yeah, you could get a job, whatever. Or yeah, but you have something to fall back on in case that job lays you off or says, you know what, and you're out of here. You can fall back on it because you created wealth for yourself. You invested in yourself. And speaking of investing, invest in the stocks. Invest in stocks, crypto, um, in the stock market. Invest. I'm saying all this now because I just got hip to this within the last 2 years. I wish I had known this back in 1986 when I was 10 years old. Actually, I wish I was introduced to this in 1983 when I was 7. And that way, when I was uh, had gone to middle school in 1987, I would have started my first business. So I'm 34, 35 years behind the curve. Hey, what they say, you never too old to learn. I'm never too old to learn. So the time that I have remaining here, I'm going to do the best I can for myself and for not only for me, but for my wife, my goddaughter, my mother, my family. Just do the best I can with the knowledge that I've obtained. I can't look back, to 1987 and say, man, I wish I would have known. I wish I would have learned this back then. My parents didn't know. They didn't know. So they couldn't teach me what they didn't know, I guess. I mean, they didn't know. They were taught to get a job, uh, buy a house, and retire, and then that's success. But we know that's not always the case because just having one income, you will not make it. I've learned that the hard way. One income will not sustain you. You are doomed for failure. So you need to have multiple streams of income. And I know this video is about Georgia beating Alabama, but it just goes back to our young man, just a lot of them putting their eggs in one basket because they want to make it to the pros, whether it be in football or basketball. And God bless them. I'm not mad at them, but they have to realize that education is the ticket to success for a black man in America. It's an education. An education. Economic empowerment and education are the keys to success for black people in America. For us to be successful, for us to defeat white supremacy. Let me just put it that way. Success in America, okay. Let me put it another way. In order for black people to defeat white supremacy, we have to have economic empowerment and education. We have to have it. Economic empowerment and education. We have to. We have to. It's a must. It's a must. Hit the like button if you already haven't. Smash it down, smash it. Leave your comments below. Subscribe to the channel. We'll appreciate it. It'd be greatly appreciated. I need the love and support. And for those tuning in, I thank you. So just hit the like button if you already haven't, and leave your comments below. But yeah, man. Yeah. Those young men that make it to the pros, invest your money. Spend your money wisely, and just make investments. Start businesses. Help your relatives that's trying to, the ones, not all of them. You can't help all of them now, but the ones that's trying to do something with their lives. And you can, I'm sure these young men are smart enough to know. Employ and start a business. Hire your friends, your relatives. Be smart about your money. I'm no finance guru. I'm by no means a finance guru. I'm learning as I go along too. But the things that I have learned, I could pass on. And the more that I am learning, I could pass on as well. So I'm a work in progress myself. I am. We all are. So, like I said, the things that I've learned, I could pass on. The things that I will be learning, I could pass on as to. I could pass that on as well. But like I said, I'm no financial guru. I have a lot to learn myself, but all I know is this: just invest and save your money. Don't spend what you don't have. That's how, that's how our people got into the situations that they're in now. But yeah, but again, congratulations to the University of Georgia, the Georgia Bulldogs, on winning the 2022 national championship, defeating damn Alabama. Oh, I'm so glad. Happy Alabama lost, not thrilled Georgia won, but I'm not hating on Georgia at all. Not hating on them at all. Congrats to them. Congrats. Congrats to Kirby Smart. It's good. Nick Saban assistant finally defeated the master, so that's great. Great storyline, and Stetson Bennett did his thing, and the defense, man, they did an excellent job. Excellent job, man. That defense is quick. Michigan found that out in the Orange Bowl. Alabama found it out yesterday too. But congrats to them. And look forward to next season, 2022 college football season. I just love college sports. I do. College basketball, I'm gonna start back watching it now. Now that college football has ended, my Michigan Wolverines are not doing well. Not doing as well as many of us who are Michigan Wolverines fans expected them to be doing. We expected them to be doing a lot better than what they are, especially coming off last season, because they made it to the Elite Eight. Um, did they win the Big Ten? I think they won the Big Ten, but they won it. Yeah, I think they did win the Big Ten. But they made it to the Elite Eight, and this year oh my gosh, they looking mediocre. Actually, looking worse than mediocre. They have no point guard play. They can't shoot. Oh my goodness, but it's still early. We're not even in mid-January, so it's still early, and they have time to turn it around. And I hope they do. I really hope they do. In any event, y'all, I'm gonna hop off of here. Y'all take care. Love y'all. God bless. Hit the like button if you already haven't. Drop your comments below. Like I said, we don't have to agree, but let's disagree without being disagreeable. Let's do that, y'all, and let's start the conversation. I'm gonna get back to doing my podcast here soon. I'm just been lazy, haven't put up my podcast stuff in my other room in a bedroom / office of our new apartment. So I'm gonna do that here soon. Just been, haven't been up to doing that yet. So I get my podcast equipment together and start doing my podcast. So I'm gonna get back to doing that. So until next time, y'all take care. Love you much. God bless. And hit that like button. Drop your comments below and subscribe if to the channel. Brother, appreciate the love and support. All right, y'all. I'm out. Take care. Love y'all. God bless. Peace.